Hello my beautiful friends, hope you are all well. Long time no see. I know I have missed filming so much. I officially finished school, which feels like the most amazing thing to say. I'm so excited, but I am equally just as stressed because now I'm entering into the workforce, and that is a whole other type of stress. But I am happy to say I will never have to write a APA format paper, hopefully, ever again. So that just makes me feel so happy in and of itself. But today I wanted to do a video we haven't really done in quite a while. I wanted to do a eye look using a palette. I am so excited for you guys to see in action. So you guys, this is the Morphe 35Xs No Silent Nights eyeshadow palette. This caught my eye inside Sephora and I knew I had to have it, and they were sold out, so I ordered it right away. And look at this, you guys. This is like my dream palette because it has your warm and cool tones, and I feel like this is so much more unique than what I've seen in Morphe's like color stories thus far. I feel like none of the Morphe palettes used to stand out to me as much as this did, and I knew I had to have it. So this is a zoom in of the shades. Hopefully you guys can see. They are so beautiful. I just put the lighting down a little bit more and you can see how greasy my face is because I put so much moisturizer, but hopefully that'll allow you to better see these beautiful colors. It's so nice. I can look at this palette all day long because it has like every kind of color I would want. I also love that there are mattes in here as well as shimmers. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the row goes matte, shimmer, matte, which I really like. So yeah, I feel like this is super good quality. This is $38 and it is limited edition based off Sephora's website here. And yeah, they are so nice. It has 35 mattes and shimmers, so that is great. And this has really good ratings. It has 5 stars thus far, but yeah, I love it so much. And we're gonna go ahead and do an eye look for you guys today, so hopefully that is something you are interested in. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So you guys know what I usually do with eyeshadow is that I am picking up like colors from all different kinds of palettes just to make like a certain look. And what I love about this palette is that I can get everything to create one look from this palette. I don't have to pull into other ones, so it's just all in one nice place. And we are going to prep these eyelids. I haven't put on makeup in what feels like forever. I think it's been well over, I don't know if it's been close to a week, but almost a week. But yeah, it feels like forever because makeup is usually an everyday thing for me, but thanks to the snow, I have not left the house. So yeah, thank you Vancouver for ruining my life, to be honest. So every eye look for me mostly starts with a transition shade, and that is just something we put as a base onto our crease to just get the colors going. And with this palette, it's hard to decide whether you want to go cool or warm, and I love that you have a mix of both. So I do want to go ahead and swatch some of these just so you guys can see what's in here. So I'm gonna swatch the black here. It's called Midnight Masquerade, just so you guys can see what we are dealing with. I'm gonna swatch this one called Bring the Heat, which I have used before because I can see my brush and my finger has dug into it. I'm gonna swatch Moods Electric, which is this one, and then I'm gonna swatch maybe Silver Bells. We'll go for that. Okay, so that is them swatched. As you can see, the black is super pigmented. I feel like I just did all shimmers and one matte black, which is not helpful, but hopefully you guys don't mind. We'll go ahead and swatch them onto my hand here. So the third one I feel like is just mostly a topper. So hopefully you guys can see. Ignore the ugly cut and gash on my hand. Hopefully you can see, but I feel like that third one is just mostly a topper. But yeah, they're super pigmented. So we're gonna go ahead and put these on. Okay, in light of just, I feel like these certain 3 shades are calling my name, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I feel like it's nice because you can basically use the colors down to create one look, but I technically don't put 6 shadows on my eyes. I feel like you could if you're doing something really dramatic, but I don't. But we're going to use these like purpley mauvey, I guess, shades. So we're going to be using something from this line for sure. Okay, my friends, so I have you zoomed in, so hopefully you can see. The first shade I'm gonna go in with is called Major Mauves. That is this shade right here. Hopefully you can see. And as always, I will be listing everything I used in the description box below. So if you are curious about anything, whether I mention it or not, it will be mentioned in the description box with the link of where you can get it. So I love that these are super blendable. I experience minimal fallout, but that's only because I tap off the excess before I put them on my eye. But as you guys can see, it is definitely pigmented, but I still like that it's not hard to blend out because we know how difficult that can be to deal with. I also want to make the disclaimer that I make in every eye makeup look that I probably have ever done is that I'm not professional, nowhere near any of the YouTubers or makeup artists that are super talented and are on here. So this isn't a how-to, this is just me showing you an eyeshadow look using this palette because I am the last person who should be showing you how to. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I am basically winging it in life and in this video. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep buffing this on until I have an even application for both eyes. Something I used to struggle with is having more product on one eye than the other, and I find it really bizarre because I would do the same stuff, but it's really hard to control how much your brush picks up sometimes, even if you do the same exact thing. It's really fun times for all of us. I haven't talked to the camera in so long, I feel like I'm just rambling. La, 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 la. Clearly I missed you guys. Okay, my biggest tip, okay, like I said, I'm not, you know, professional, but my biggest tip I would give to everybody working on eyeshadow is to blend until you lose patience. It's the best tip I have. I feel like that's honestly the best way to have a seamless look. Okay, now I am grabbing the shade Bring the Heat, which is the shade right here. That one right here. Hopefully you guys can see. And we're gonna put that all over our lid, which I'm so excited to do. And what I do is I pat sparkly eyeshadows on, and I feel like this just helps avoid fallout. You're probably bound to get fallout with a lot of glittery shades, but I just feel like it will give you minimal fallout, especially if you have your skin prep on, because then it's like a pain in the butt to go ahead and remove it, right? And I'm taking a little at a time. I feel like it's better to take a little bit and then just build instead of just piling on a bunch in your first go. So yeah, I'm just building that on. Can you guys see how beautiful that shade is? Like, yes. I'm so zoomed in, so I never want to hear anybody say I have nice skin, because clearly you can see I do not from this angle. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and work on the other eye and just press that on. Again, doing the same thing. Now I'm grabbing a brush that is like this. It's not as like blendy and big as our first blending brush. This is a Morphe M573, and I'm gonna grab the shade Frost Smitten, which is right here. Hopefully you can see that one there, which I'm not giving you the finger, but yeah, it's unfortunate that that was the finger it landed on. And what we're gonna do with the shade is I'm just gonna focus it on the outer edge here, kind of like patting it in, like so, but just keeping it here on the outer corner. So can you guys see what I did? I just put it like that. Gonna go ahead and do that on this eye. I am just patting that shade in the outer corner. And this is where you can build it up to however dark you want it to be. And you can also take the darker shades of any eyeshadow palette you're working with and just build up the drama, if that is what you want. I'm gonna go in with the first shade we used, which was Major Mauves. And I'm going to mix that with a bit of this shade here, which is called All Is Right. That one right there. Very small amount. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to blend my whole eye. So we're just gonna go OG YouTubers called this windshield wiper motions, but I am kind of doing circular rotating windshield like this and then going in that way. And at this point, if you feel like your like eyelid shade is coming off or like not being as dramatic as it was, you can go in and apply after, but just continue blending. So same with the other eye. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing just to make sure there are no harsh lines. Now at this point, I would like to go ahead and re-add the base eyelid shade that I had on, just to bring back some of the sparkliness that we lost. And I like to emphasize this inner corner up into here. I don't go all the way out. So I just feel like that will take away the outer edge shade that I had, and I don't want to have to make more work for myself. Now here is my secret that I do. It's not really a secret because I feel like a lot of people do this, but this is what I feel like works for me really good, is I take a shade that's closest to my skin shade in here. So there's two, there's Chandelier Beams and No Wallflowers. One is more yellow tone and one is more pink. And usually I would use the more yellow tone one, but just because of the sake of what we're using on our eyes, I'm going to go in with No Wallflowers, which is the second shade in this palette, which is that one. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this and just do a light, that's it. I don't go in too much, but I do take more of it and I just go in 1 or 2 times just to blend like that. I don't know why, I just feel like it does something. Okay, don't ask. Okay, you guys, that is the eyeshadow. I know this look probably looks crazy because I have nothing on, and I always say that when you are someone who's used to doing your eye makeup first, everything doesn't come together until your foundation and base makeup is on. So right now this just looks really crazy, but we're gonna go ahead and see how it looks at the end, and I promise you guys it'll look good. Now at this point you're welcome to go ahead and put on lashes, but I am not going to. So I'm going to keep that for the end of the makeup, because if I am putting on lashes I would put them on now, but I am not going to because I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, this makeup is just going to impress my parents, I guess. Now that we are going in with our face makeup, this is when I like to put these handy dandy clips in, because it helps me not get foundation on my scarf and also makes me look like an egg. But we are going to go ahead and do our face makeup. I am not going to do this in depth because you guys know I am trying to work on keeping my videos an appropriate length that is not gonna bore people to death or put them to sleep. Hopefully I'm not that boring, but yeah. I'm gonna rub that in with my hands, which you guys know I am not a fan of, but we will do it for today. I am going in with a brush I've been loving lately. This is the e.l.f. Pointed Foundation. I'm gonna use this to blend out my under eyes. Sorry if I'm looking this way, there's a mirror. Okay, for foundation, I am using a concoction. I'm making my own little mist of CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear. This is in the shade 842 medium beige, and I'm using Fenty's Pro Filt'R Hydrating in shade 140. I am mixing because one is too dark and one is too light, and I personally just like the mix this foundation does. So I mixed 1 pump each on my mixing palette. I am going to spray my very loved Max Fix Plus, which is almost about to finish, and blend. This is a PAWPAW sponge. You can get these on Amazon. You guys, these are the best sponges I've ever used in my entire life. You're gonna see this in my favorites video that I'm gonna film for my December favorites. Oh my god, these are so good. They're so soft. I know I raved about these other sponges I used to get from Amazon, but yeah, goodbye to those. These are my new bae. I love these. They're way better than the original Beauty Blender. You guys, I'm not even joking. This is the best sponge I have ever used. You can get a pack of them off Amazon. I will of course include the link down below. Do you guys want to know what's annoying? Ever since I because the past week I haven't been wearing like makeup and stuff, the past few days, I've like started to break out, and people used to always tell me like, you wear so much makeup, don't you break out? No, I started breaking out when I stopped. Like, what the heck was that? So I don't want to hear people tell me that makeup causes acne. Like in some cases I know it does, but you have to take it off properly, right? Like, or maybe something you're using has an ingredient your skin doesn't agree with, but like, please do not talk about makeup at like my bae that way again, please. Cause like, I did not have this acne before. It just started popping up. I blame it on the snow. Editing this video to make sure it's not long will be fun because I'm already pushing 20 minutes and that's just this clip, so. For concealer, I'm going to use SHEGLAM's Hydrating in the shade Cotton Candy. I feel like the smear is making me go cross-eyed because it's like magnifying. And I'm going to blend in. Okay, can you guys start seeing the eyeshadow look coming together? I feel like once your foundation is on, it just like comes alive and it's like, hey, do you see me now? Oh, I see you. I know this year is like the year of the brushes and nobody uses like sponges anymore as their primary blending source, but I cannot. I just love a good blender. Okay, I am not set, but I just want to show you guys what the eye makeup is looking like right now. Do you see how it's like come to life now? Do you see? I am using the iconic London, what was this? Sheer Blush in the shade Fresh Faced. This blush, I love the shade of it, but the formula, I don't know. I'm not in love with it. I just keep trying to experiment. It's not new, but like I barely reach for it. But I feel like I need to put a lot to get the color I want. But like once there's a lot, I feel like it doesn't agree with my foundation, which is like annoying. You guys probably see it better on camera, or like it's better in person, sorry. But I don't know, just, it's not my favorite. But I really like the shade, like the shade is so nice. Anyways, I don't want to over apply this blush because it tends to like pile up and then not look good from my experience with it. So I'm just going to leave it as is and we're going to go ahead and set her face. But it is pretty, like I love the shade. It's just like, I don't know. I also like the form, like it's liquidy, but I don't know what it is. I'm going in with the Lawless powder. The best Seal the Deal translucent, and I am using my beauty blender. This is worth it from the brand if you're interested. They're puff, very good. Okay, a staple to finishing off your eyeshadow look, I feel like for me, is highlighting your brow bone, and I just love doing this. I'm going in with the e.l.f. highlighter and shimmer highlighting powder. Jeez. And this is such an old highlighter. I don't use shades like this a lot as my highlighter. You guys see? Hopefully you can. It's a really beautiful highlighter. Just barely reach for it. And I'm going to highlight my inner corners with the highlighter. I could have used the eyeshadow palette for this too, but it's okay. This mascara is going to get thrown out after today because I have been trying to salvage it for, I think, well over its due date at this point. And it is, I can tell it's not working like it usually does, even though it's not dry yet because I keep reviving it. I think it needs to be thrown out after today, but it's such a good mascara. It's the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Great dupe for the Too Faced Better Than. Yeah, we are clumpy. Okay, this is when this little applicator comes in handy. I have this. It's a lash separator. You can get it from Amazon. I will put a link down below. This just separates your lashes if you're dealing with clumpiness. Highly suggest doing this when your lashes are still wet because you cannot go in once they are dry. It will not separate. So, such a handy little thing to have. I love it because I don't like clumpy lashes personally, but I'm going to layer it with the MAC Extended Gigablack Ooh, mascara, my favorite. Okay, so for lipstick, I'm putting on something new. This eye look I feel like was inspired by this lipstick. This is Revlon's lipstick in Mauvy Night. This is not new. This line of lipsticks has been around forever. I'm gonna swatch this for you guys. I love the shade. I love that Revlon is making a comeback because they are such a good brand. This is a cream formula, so it is still hydrating. And when you usually use lipstick when they're new, when you usually use lipsticks when they're new, they have that pointed edge, so you can get away with no lip liner. I love this. I could just keep applying this. Oh my god, yes. I haven't put on this much makeup in so long. Do you see how happy makeup makes me, you guys? I'm not even joking. Ow. Okay, my friends, that is the completed makeup look. I am going to go ahead and zoom you guys in, but I just love how this eye makeup looks. I am living for these tones, even though you guys know I always lean towards warm tones and bronzy tones. This look is giving it to me. So this is the eye look zoomed in, as you can see. So that is this look for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos because I promise I will be posting more, hopefully. And I have 2 more videos that I want to film still, so hopefully those will be out very soon as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll go ahead and see you next time. Bye!